Hi, my name is Dillon. This is my object-oriented programming assignment demo. The assignment task was to create a data manager. Jumping straight in, this is our control class, or someone called our main class. We're using Swing Utilities here just to safely launch the GUI. Firstly, we launch the home GUI, which is just kind of a home page that I'll get into later. And we have a error checking here just in case home can't be launched and just says couldn't open the app. Moving to home here. This is just a home page before we get into the main functions of the app. So we just have a title here, home page. It's got a white background, has a little message here in the center, welcome to the data manager, along with a button that says view data. We have an action listener here that just checks once the view data button is clicked, it closes the home page and opens the new GUI. Moving on to the GUI now. This is the kind of main file in the program. It contains most of the code as per se. We just have a bit of frame set up here, once again kind of similar to the home. We have a bit of table set up here. We have our column names just here. Then we have everything to do with our buttons here. So we have 4 buttons at the bottom, center of the page, load dataset, add row, search stats. For the stats, it's a pop-up menu actually. So we added these 6 items here. Yeah, 6 items that just have different stats included in them, and each of these have a action listener then. They're all much the same. They just have a bit of error checking in case there's no data, so they can't obviously do show stats for no data, and if there is data, they'll print out the stats. They're all the same. For the ones that are numerical, I've rounded them to 2 decimal places. Moving on to the next action listener here, this is just for the load data, so it opens up a file manager for the user to pick a file that they'd like to load into the program. And once the file is loaded, it just says dataset loaded successfully and gives you the file name. Here is our add new row action listener. This just adds a blank row in and increases the row count that is displayed on the left hand side. And finally, this is just our search action listener. So this just allows the user to search for a asset class, and then it also prints out the instances of the asset class in the dataset, and if it's not in there, it just prints it out saying it wasn't found. Moving to our file reader here now. This is kind of like sorry, this just handles all the data from the text file. We have a bit here just connecting to the file. Then this is just creating our array list and parsing some of the numerical data. This allows us allowed me to create or do stats with them and use them in function or mathematical equations. And then finally we have our info class here. This class just stores all the data. We have all our variables getting encapsulated here. Then we just have a constructor initializing all the data. And then we just have getters allowing all the other files to access the information. Finally, I'll quickly run the program and just show you what it looks like. So first opening here is our home page. As I said, welcome to the data manager. We can view the data. And we have all our headers here at the top. We can load a data set here. We'll just click into documents here. Dillon_text. It tells you it's loaded successfully. We have our row numbers here. We can edit all the data, of course. We can add a row. You can see 50's popped in there. I'll just test there so you can see it's added. Then we can search. So let's just go for ETF to keep things simple. Boom, found 8 instances of ETF, and then it just highlights them on the data manager. And then finally we have our stats here on the bottom right. So we just see total value or like total price. And that is it. Thank you very much for listening.